Sorry about the echo. This is King Black out here standing in my sunroom. It's a little bit empty. The echo will go away when I fill this place up a little bit. Still in the midst of my move, you know what I'm saying? After closing and moving out of an apartment, trying to, become a homeowner, stop renting. But anyways, this video is an update to my previous one where I had asked a question and some advice for my new summer concealed carry. Should I go Glock 43X or should I go, Shield Plus, right? Well, some recent developments kind of happened, which is why I'm making this video now. These shootings in Colorado and this most recent one in Virginia Beach, kind of got me thinking. Especially this political climate that's going around, all the talk that's going around, the surge in demand. Demand was already crazy before for ammo and stuff like that. But to talk about, in the wake of all these, tragic events that have unfolded, talking about banning quote unquote high cap magazines, anything that holds over 10 rounds, and banning quote unquote assault weapons, like the AK and the AR-15. And then you throw into that mix a recent email that went out, from some of the leading ammo manufacturers saying that they had to further increase prices due to a myriad of reasons, to include, higher supply costs. You know what I mean? It's just simple facts that not everyone is back to work. Demand is all-time high, but there isn't enough supply to satisfy it. You know what I mean? And if you want it rush, you're gonna have to pay more. Now, ammo by itself is already crazy. I mean, you're talking about $49 for a box of 50 rounds of 9mm. So I haven't bought ammo since it went over like $22 a box. I have enough of that to be fine, and 40 as well. But when I was thinking about getting this new carry and hearing about possibly, the government doing executive action on magazines and all this other stuff, I started thinking that although it's easy to spend money on it, to get another Glock or to get the Shield Plus, but the real truth of the matter is I have, more than 2 pistols which serve the functions that I need. So I think the smarter money for me right now has been picking up extra accessories for things I already have. You know what I mean? Not necessarily ammo. I mean, the only ammo that I've stocked up on was probably rifle ammunition. Good old gangster's favorite of the AK, right? Got some 7.62 still back at the old prices of $9, $8, $7 a box. Picked up maybe another, few boxes of that. But besides that, I've just been really just stocking up on, the accessory side of things, like mags and all that, because the prices on those, if you go to Gun Mag Warehouse right now, a lot of the stuff is either increased in price or out of stock. So you can already see the demand surging for these things, and it's just crazy. So I feel like if I don't bite the bullet and focus on accessories now, when I could always pick up a Plus later or a 43X later, or if worst case scenario I could just trade for one, right now my focus has got to be on these magazines, because I don't know any of y'all that are involved in AKs, y'all know like about the Bakelite magazines, the classic Russian AK mag, that's got that like Bakelite, or what is it that, it's got that nice dark wood grain look to it, right? Those magazines, those original ones, have always been expensive, but even more now, so you're paying like $90 for those. So even though I'm not looking into those type of mags, it's only a matter of time until magazines start creeping up to like $24.99 a mag, $30 a mag for even just the run of the mill stuff like ETS, Magpul. I don't know if you want to be paying $40 for a Magpul magazine. I sure am not. So I think the smarter move at this time isn't necessarily stockpiling any more guns, because at the end of the day, I only got two hands. On any given day, I'm usually just carrying one. Ain't nobody out here trying to cowboy this stuff and have like two primary sidearms and stuff like that when they go out. So my focus has just been on that, man, in the last 24, 40 hours since, the time after I sent that video up. Because the fact of the matter, man, this is going to be a long-term problem with not an easy answer. A lot of these bills being introduced into the Senate and everything is going to come up against a lot of opposition, right? It's going to take time for it to come into fruition. But the point of the matter is, sooner or later, all they need is a couple small victories here and there to snowball some of the stuff, you know what I mean? So, and I don't want to take the chance of buyer's regret, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have FOMO, which is fear of missing out. So I don't want to hang on to the idea I can wait a year so I can pick up, more magazines and hopefully see rifle ammunition specifically at this point go back down. And then we fast forward to a year from now, and then you're paying $25 for a box of Wolf ammo, steel AK ammo. Like, that's insane, right? Or paying $49.99 a mag. This isn't conspiracy theory stuff. This is just capitalism stuff. Because with these stimulus checks that have been going out, people are just buying stuff left and right. Now, firearm prices have gone back down a little bit because, like I said, you get the plus. I've seen them for like $4.99, $5.49 at the worst. So prices ain't that crazy. They've gone down by about $50 to $100 on average. A Glock 43X probably 2 months ago was still selling for like $6.99, and I started seeing them now for $5.99 online. So you can they're not back to what it used to be, because you can pick up 43X right before all this craziness for like $4.49. I remember that. I should have picked one up then if I wanted it. I hear a lot of people talking about that Shield Plus, and I'm leaning towards that still. But the mindset at this time, with everything that's going on in this country, man, it's a crazy time, man. And what good is me having, X amount of firearms if I don't have what I need to feed them, Otherwise, they just become paperweights, They're not clubs. You can use them as a club, but at the same time, it's not really effective. I wouldn't pay $500 for a club. So that's where my mindset's at, man. Where your guys' mindset at right now? Y'all guys using that stimulus to pick up more ammo that you would be like, heck no, I wouldn't spend $50 on a box. But now that you got this stimulus, you're saying, let me pick up 2 or 3 boxes, even if shipping is an additional $17. I feel like for me at this time, my money is better used or more smartly used on these accessories and mags for the stuff I already have, and paying off some other stuff or investing the money, you know what I mean? Because sooner or later, this economy has got to do something. Right now it's just being supported by all this stimulus and forbearance and extension. But at some point you gotta say, no matter what happens, we just can't do this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Regardless about what's going on with the vaccines, which is another issue, So we'll see what's going on, man. But I want to know your guys' opinions. What are you guys buying right now? I appreciate y'all guys' comments on my previous video, trying to give me ideas on which way to sway me. Those have been helpful. I've been taking that into consideration. But with all these incidents that just happened in the supermarket and on, Virginia Beach, it's just, now is not the right time for me when I already have. You know what I'm saying? Now is the time for me to just make sure that if this stuff lasts another 2 or 3 years, I'm not going to be starving for ammo. I'm not going to be starving for magazines. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be all right. Even if prices went up to $50 for a box of 20 rounds of 7.62 by 39, I don't need to worry because I'm not buying it. Because I have more than enough in reserve, you know? So I'm just trying to be smart with my money so that way I can use that money down the road in a year or two for other stuff. You know, put it down on my mortgage, put it down on some savings, rainy day funds. I feel sorry for any new, first time gun buyers that are entering this market because you don't have a choice. Even if you could get a firearm cheaper than a few months ago, you're still being, quote unquote, robbed at the retail level with the ammo and the magazines. You know what I mean? It was nothing to get a Magpul magazine for like $7-8. You know what I mean? They were everywhere. But now it's getting to kind of like ammo where you gotta be shopping around comparing prices. Okay, on this website it's $2 or $3 cheaper, so let me go ahead and get the mags from here. Let me switch over, get XYZ from over here. Let me get these night sights from over here. It's a crazy world we live in, man. It's a crazy world. But anyways, let me know what y'all think down below, man. What are you guys spending your money on? What's your mindset? Do you not care and you're just gonna keep buying firearms? Or are you like me that you're just gonna focus on, the other stuff, things to maintain it, to repair it, things to feed it. You know what I'm saying? You can never have too many standard magazines because I don't know too many people that want to be out there with 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 rounders out there, I personally prefer 13 and up if it's a handgun, and at least 30 rounds for a rifle. That's my personal preference. I don't really rock around with drums. I mean, if that's you, by all means, more power to you, but I feel like all that extra weight is unnecessary for me. For my shooting style, for my stance, for my state of mind, it's just better to just have the standard 30 rounders to me. Anyways, or 40 rounders. There's some nice 40 round rifle mags. But drums, nah, I'm alright. Anyways, this is ADR, King Black. We'll see what happens. Just thinking about things. My mind's all messed up. But, because it's just a crazy world we live in. Hopefully things get better, man. Y'all continue to stay safe. Thank y'all for the love. Thank you for the support. Talk to y'all later.